Hey guys, it's Comment 6. I'm going to show you my Medieval Kingdom Erinikos. So this is my castle. I'll show you guys this at the end, but for now, let's go at the actual city, So here's like some just civilian houses. There's nothing too much in them, like these three right here. Over here, I got the cemetery. I got the Deathly Hallows, something from Harry Potter. Something cool. Jerry, that's some lore I'll explain one day. Virgo Man's dog. This is my friend's dog. I kind of killed accidentally. Here's Brownie. I was trying to transport him from the Nether, and he like died from suffocation. That kind of sucked. Susan, this is some lore I'll show you guys in a bit. Theon, this guy died from Game of Thrones, so Carl. So all these soldiers back here are lore. So yeah, Wolfgang and John. So I'll explain all that in another video. But yeah, for now we got Killy. Yeah, he died from The Hobbit. Alex Trebek, he died in real life. That sucks. Dobby, he died in Harry Potter. That sucks. Ace, that one made me cry. Not even gonna lie. Fred, this one from Harry Potter 2. Eddie, he died in Stranger Things. Mace Windu, he died. Heath Ledger, this guy died in real life. Matthew Perry, he died in real life. And Robin Williams. So a lot of death, but you gotta remember them, Alright, over here we got the map, like kind of house I got. So I'll put cushions like on this when I can, but yeah. So here's like the map of like Erinikos, got all the ships and stuff. Pretty cool. Here's all the stuff to make the maps. If you go up here, you got his little room. And then if you go down here and around here, here's my church. So here's like, Sunday, listen to them preach the gospel. Up here, the sermon, If you go up here, so I go to youth group a lot, so I had to try to include that into my world. So this is like where everyone sits, do like their Bible study. Then you go over here and you got my mine. So the mine goes all the way down here. You got like their pickaxes, for the miners. I think I got TNT around here somewhere, but yeah, I got all like the emeralds. I love emeralds, so I included that a lot. Here's like the miners' like actual house. So yeah, got all this stuff. Pretty cool. Then if you go over here, this is the arcade. Got air hockey, got all the good ones. Here's like the little standard arcade games. Pretty cool. Got like some like plushies you can get, and then like a Rubik's Cube if you win something, little prizes. Then if you go up here, this is like the arcade's like guy's house. So you got like a little desk for his bread and his chair. Here's his bed, his candles. He has all the plushies. Then you go down here. This is the butcher. So I don't know why the door's open, but yeah, got all the chickens in here. Got all the meat. The butcher with a sword. This is Nuque. This is like my friend and I, named a villager after him. So he's like the butcher right now. Got some random villagers in here. Got the butcher stuff. Wait, I should probably give him. Yeah, Smoker, he should be a butcher. I don't know why he's being weird, but yeah. Okay, so now there's gonna be a chicken everywhere. I'm sorry, little one. Oh no, he despawned. If you guys watch Farsi, you know what I'm talking about. Over here, you got, more butcher sword, I don't know why there's so many chickens everywhere, but yeah. Here's like a little water fountain I designed. Here's a hotel kind of room I designed. So, I got like the kitchen right here. Got the kids' bed. You go up here. You got like the parents' bedroom. You got like, emeralds, because it's like one emerald a night pretty much. So, got flint and steel for the candles. So try to include that everywhere. Here's a little balcony. You can just jump right off of. Yep. Go here. Same thing. Bedroom. Then you go right here. Then here's like the guy that like runs the hotel. Got his emeralds that he's getting like 1 emerald per night. And then his little bedroom. then right here, this is the police station. So you got like a little jail. Oh, got a little jail cell they can like sit in, sleep in for the night. Here's like the cop usually watching them, you know. Here's the wellman right here. He handles like the water for everybody, you know, through the well that's over there. Here's the jousting area. So you got like the horses in there. Oh, forgot to put barrier blocks there. Here's like the iron armor they can use. The horses, you know, you gotta watch the game here, or you can be on the bleachers. And then this is my little spot where I can like watch it from here. I'll see like the clashing right in the middle. Right here is the bread. So this guy, you know, has his wheat and bread, and then you can like cook it up and bake it, make it taste better. And then so this is the police station. So there's some civilian houses right here. I don't think they have anything in them, but now this guy handles the sticks, and then this guy, I think he does like stuff with rocks. Yeah, that's right. Here's the statue of me. So if you see like me take off my armor real quick, I got a different shirt on, of course. I have a bunch of skins. I'll try to do like a new skin in every video. But yeah. So I did that. Alright, so this is the farmhouse. So like the farmer. There's 3 farmers in here, so you got like the composters, you know, one sleeping right now. Here's like a little spot eating his baked potato with his water. He can come up here, and there's 2 more beds up here. But yeah. I'll show you this real quick. So this is like the wheat, so this is like the market center. So this is like the wheat, the bread and stuff. Here's some like water, like the wellman can get from the well right here, like I was talking about. Here is like the armor trims. Here is like the Erinikos armor, you know, for the knights. Here is like wood. The lumberjack is like right here. It's a little spot, and then all this wood, and then his little carriage. Here's tent. There we go. Let me get right here. Here is like the beef, you know. They get like the steak, sell it. Here's the shepherd. He handles all the wool. You got some cyan. That's probably my favorite color in here. Potatoes. So this goes like to the French fries, and you know I love French fries, so I gotta include them. Here's like the person that does like the bows, and then here's the guy that like does the arrows for the knights. Here's the flower like shop. See all the flowers. Here's like the little flower tent, and then here's the greenhouse. Pretty cool. And then you can go over here, and this is like, I don't know why cow and pigs in here, but the chicken in here for the feathers, because these are what do the, you know, the arrows. And over here is some more for the bow, another tenement. And then over here there's some like lore. You can have like 2 people like fighting right here, so that'd be pretty cool. So here's like the farm. So you got like the potatoes on this side, the wheat on this side, and here's the wood mill. And then inside you just got like a ton of seeds. Oh yeah, a ton of seeds right here. And then wheat and potatoes if you want to restock it. And then, so I showed you this. I showed you, alright, this is for like the healing potions. Oh no, these are fireworks, never mind. So here's the fireworks. Here's the wood. I showed you that. Here is, so this is like leather from the bunnies. I don't know why a bunny escaped. I might have to get a lead real quick. Put them back in. I made these bunnies like huge too, so I don't know if I made these huge. I think they're like naturally like that. But I did make this one huge. So yeah, here's like the guy that can, because the rabbit hide, if you have 4 of them, it can make leather. So that's pretty cool. Over here, so here, this house is the merchant house, and then this one over here is the, what's it called, house? No, this is the fisherman house, that's the merchant house. So this is the fisherman, they got their books. Here's like their fishing rods, and then you go over here and up here, more beds, and then you go over here. So here's their fish, more fish. Here's like the merchant stuff. Got all their emeralds that they're earning. And then, yeah, the merchant beds. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for that. here, there's some lore about this I'll explain. So like the elves like have like the huge eagles, you know, from the Hobbit, and they like take this around, and I have the elves giving this to Erinikos for like enchantment books, so I got all of that. Here's their boats right here, not the elves, but Erinikos. Here's a merchant ship, here's a Erinikos ship, and then that's like a fisherman ship. So it's like, that's a soldier ship I meant. But here I got like some lighthouses, you know, make sure they don't crash into something. Back here I got some civilian houses, nothing too much, nothing too fancy. Yeah, go over here, let me show you the blacksmith real quick. So this is I made this house in survival. This is pretty fun. So you got like the Erinikos like sword right here. You know, got like their armor smelting up next. Got the hammer and the tongs. Got some stuff for their armor. So you have like diamond armor, and then you fuse it with the netherite, and then you make it with emeralds into the knight chestplate stuff. So here's like some stuff they can like cut up right here. You go around here and up, you got the blacksmith armor with a sword. You got his little bed, a little desk to write some stuff. Here's his dog Tatum. And then you can go down here, you know, blast furnace stuff. And then over here is the stable. So you got Tyrion, Game of Thrones, Pekka from Clash Royale. Spike, I don't know why I got Spike from, but yeah. Gandalf, that's my horse. You know, the Hobbit, or Lord of the Rings. Radagast from the Hobbit. Pumbaa from the Lion King. Chewbacca from Star Wars. And Atticus from Pompeii. And then you go over here, and this is the archery range. So you got some like bows and arrows, you know. You can shoot them over there. Let's see if I can make one real quick, actually. So you do this, and then you gotta make it like perfectly good, like. That was not good. Hold on. Yeah, that's bullseye. Yeah, my fault. Second time, I thought it was a different way, but yeah, I'm pretty good at archery. So I remember one time I was playing survival with my friend, and then we were like shooting a ton of Vexes because we had this like pillager kind of farm, or raid farm. Yeah, but here's like a little towel over here. I got my friend's one, so I got like a ton of banners and stuff. Here's the tavern, so I'll show you. That's the stable. This is the hospital. All right. So you know, no drinking and driving because you're gonna go right to the hospital after. But nah, we don't got beer. We gotta keep it family friendly. So we got some strawberry lemonade and some French fries. Got a little tavern, bar food. Bar food is always the best food. I'm not even gonna lie. Whiskey Trail's a pretty good place. Hopefully I don't get copyright for that. But here's some strawberry lemonade. Got some seasoning. So I got my Creole, pepper, parsley for the fries. And then you go up here on the side. Oh yeah. So this guy's name is Larry. I'm pretty sure. Yep, Larry the parrot. You go this way, and then it's like one emerald a night. You know, a little like hotel here. And then another one right here. Oh no. Alright, there you go. And then up here is like storage for like the strawberry lemonade. Then you go right here, and this is like a winery basically, but for strawberry lemonade. So, got all the strawberry lemonade you can need. And then you go up here, and you got the strawberry lemonade's person's like little room. And then right here, I think this is the person that collects ink sacs. Yeah. So you got like a little spot. Hopefully they're not on each other's toes, even though he lives there. Right here is this is like a little hotel base. Not a hotel, this is just like civilian houses, but there's like a ton of people that live here. So if you go up here, you got even more rooms for them to sleep. So just like a bunch of twins, I guess, can like sleep here. If you go right here, this is the honey person's house, like the beekeeper. So he got all his honey he could sell. All these like honey barrels, and then a ton of honey. Go right here, you got his bed, and then got all his honey stuff. Here's like bumblebee helmet he can use. And then if you go up here, you got all the bees for their honey. And then got like the kid, like some civilians like basketball they can play around with. Got their kid up here. Pretty cool. And then I think it's the same thing on this one. So I got like a little kid that can sleep up here on the roof. Not on the roof, but like, you know, in the attic I meant. Here is the librarian. He's kind of lonely. But yeah, this is like the story of Erinikos. I could read it to you guys another day, but here's Phil. He's the librarian, got all the books here, and then his little bed is up here. Let me make it bigger. Be a little nice. There you go. So yeah, he got a bigger bed now. Here's his like little candle. If you go back down here, see a Phil. I'm gonna go right here. So here's like some fisher stuff from the fishermen. So this is where they live. Got a like little spot for them for their fish. All like most of the wall like around here has like little spot for the barracks for the knights. Here's some dry kelp, some fish in here, fish in there, salmon, cod, all of it. And then if you go right here, this way goes out. Here's like the fisherman's house. You got this little fishing rod, got the tropical fish. If you go right here, this is like, you can like actually open and close the gate. Here's some spot for boats to go. Here's another lighthouse. So this could be like the lighthouse keeper. Pretty cool. And then over here, you got like the pharmacy, or right here. Then this is like the hospital like carriage. And then, yeah, here's the hospital. So that's the pharmacy right there. You got like all the healing potions. And here you got even more healing potions. And yeah, so got like a little spot for like the surgery room right here. And then over here you got like another bed for like this like the surgeon can like sleep in here because I'm working so hard. Here's like a spot for like a checkup area. And here's like the doctor, they check up stuff. You go up here and here is right, so these are the same thing. So this is like a little checkup area too, and then same thing right here. So yeah, alright, so we got right here, we got Larry. I think I showed you that earlier. So this is like hospital, just showed you that. Here is the shepherd. So I'll show you this, the lore. George is like my best friend. He's pretty cool. George, here's his dog Sparky. Here's George's bed. So got like his, so he used to be a pirate, you know, Captain George with the Emerald Pirates. And then his son like is taking over basically. So here's his loom for like his kitchen, loom for the sheep. Here's his kitchen. Here's all of the sheep. You got a rare sheep right there. Here is oh, I'll replace this with cushions when they come out, but yeah. So basically, yeah, so that's cool. I'm gonna lead these guys, so they're not right here. Can't believe I made them like my height. That's cool. But yeah. You get off. There you go. Alright, so this is the pharmacy like I showed you, the healing potions, the hospital. Over here is like some potions. Then you go in here. You got, this is like the witch kind of room. So you got some like stuff over here. I wish it was bedrock, you could put like green like liquid in there, that'd be cool. Here's some like blaze powder for all of the brewing stands. Here's like some turtle skeut for like, I think that's like for like a potion. It'd be pretty cool. Over here you got like a wand right here to mix this in. Here's some potions. I think I got all of them in there. Pretty sure. Up here you got some healing potions. You know, got some story about like what happened. So Jerry the Wizard died, you know, like I showed you in the cemetery. And his apprentice Hugo is taking over, or Hago. So here's Jerry's old wand. Yeah. So you got all the potion stuff's in there. There's a little chicken, I guess, helping. Wait a minute. Is that Derek the chicken? Yeah, it's Derek. Oh, that's cool. I forgot about Derek. So he's like my pet chicken. I guess I put him in here. Here's like the movie theater. I'm gonna put all the cushions here, so that's why they're like this for now. Here's like some French fries they can eat instead of popcorn. Here's like a little spot for like the movie theater person to be. Over here, this guy's the, I don't know why there's cows here. That's a little spot for cows. But here is the, what do you call it, grindstone kind of worker, the person that does all like the cobble and stuff. So I got all this stuff right here. I don't know why this is here. Basically this shouldn't be here. It should just be like stone stuff. But yeah, this is his stuff. Here's all like the stone. You know, him going through the gravel to find flint. Up here, here's his bed. There's like a little pickaxe. Got his flint for his candles. You come down here and he pulls on this thing, and then, you know, the obsidian comes down and smashes the rocks. And then here, yeah, it's just some barracks. Over here I got like a little archery range, you know, for the knights to practice with. You can go down far over here if you want, but yeah. Over here, this goes up. I think this right here is a barrack. What is right here? This is just like, I just went through there. So that's like some stuff for the archery range. Here's some more barracks, or barrack. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm gonna say barrack. But here's like the, you know, barracks for the night. Here's some like stuff that they can sell. Over here is the church I showed you guys earlier, but if you go behind it, here's where the pastor, he lives. Got a little spot. Let me get some flint real quick for him. But he got a purple bed for him to sleep in. And then, yeah. So, I'm pretty sure, I think I showed you guys everything around here. Should do this, should do that, should do that. Yes, that's like everything around here. Now let me show you the castle. So here's like the statue of me. I showed you guys that. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys downstairs here at the very end. So here is the knights where they can come. There's like a little hospital area for them in case they get hurt. Here's the trophies. So I got a wither skeleton, witherhead, warden head, conduit, heavy core, copper golem, ender dragon egg, warden heart / skull catalyst, creaking heart, reinforced deep slate, bedrock, ender dragon head, enderman head, zombie head, skeleton skull, stray head, piglin head, xenomorph from like Alien. Then I got Yautja head from Predator. This is Gorgon. He's like the leader of the orcs. He's part of the lore. I'll explain that in another video. Here's the Ice King from Game of Thrones. Should do that. I'll show you guys downstairs there and the last bit of the video. Here's my throne. Over here you got my table so you can eat my food. Over here's my kitchen. So you got like all my seasoning, my Creole, parsley, pepper, cayenne pepper, red pepper, cornflakes, onion powder, paprika, garlic powder, and salt. So I got all of my, this is my air fryer, this is my blender, and this is my toaster. This is my fridge. I got my milk, and then my meat. Then my dishwasher, and my sink. Then if we go over here, so this is my stuff that can make my teleportation, like kind of potion of teleportation, you know. Then I got like some like, what's it called, jars. So I got my coarse fruit. This is the carpet lid. Yeah, carpet lid that goes on top of the empty glass jar. Should have just done lid, but okay. And then if you go up here, this is like a spot for like them to make the healing potion. Here's a spot for like the doctors, or not, yeah, doctors to live. So they make like the potions for healing. Go around here. This is the same thing on the other side, but Here is like the knight's like bedroom. And then here is like their armor and tools. Or not tools, but weapons. This opens and closes the gate. Wait. So that opens the gate and that closes it. But then if you go around here and then up here you got here's the arcade. So I got like a little you know, air hockey spot. Here's some like different colors you can change it out with. Here's the pool table. They got like the sticks to hit them with. Then over here is the guest bedroom. I think one of these bedrooms have nothing in. I think it's this one. Yeah, this bedroom. You guys gotta let me know what to put in there. Over here we got like a movie theater room, you know, watch Netflix and chill. Alright, then you go up here and I got like the, you know, more barracks for all the knights. Here's their weapons. Alright, so basically up here is like a spot for them to like, you can like, I can fly out with my elytra, you know. Oh, I forgot something. Hold on real quick. Let me go downstairs because I forgot. Alright, so this is like a little sniper spot, you know. I can like talk to people down there. And then you got like all the bows and arrows they can like snipe with all the knights. Then, yeah, that's a little, like I just showed you, you can like fly off of there. Here's my dog Scott. Love this guy. Got a little dog bowl for him and this chicken. I'll get him steak, but I heard like seasoned like meat is bad for your dog. But I'm trying to make it realistic. So here's my piano. If you go up here, this is my little gaming spot. So I got my monitor, my PC, my mouse, my plant. Then if you go up here, here's my room. So I got my piranha plant, of course, got my armor, got my rubby ducky, then my bed, and then my Netflix. So yeah, so that's like pretty much it for my castle. But I gotta show you guys one last thing. It's the downstairs. So fall down here and then okay, so why is it like that? So it just went over one. That's kind of weird, but okay. So yeah, that went over one. Let me fall down here real quick. And then yeah. So if I go this way, so I can't really show you guys this real quick because that's the map and you don't want to spoil too much. Well, if I go in here, I got, this is my, you know, if you've seen The Hobby, you know, like all the jewels are in here. This is all my emeralds instead of gold. But got all my stuff in my inner chest. Got some paintings on the wall. Got my PS5. Dragon armor. Pretend I get that from the end by killing the ender dragon. Here's some runes. Here is, what's on this? Power 5. Another painting. This is my banner. Another painting. Go over here. Here's an iron golem. Here's some skulk stuff. Over here I got a chest on the ground. Most of the stuff is this way. But I got emerald play button, you know. Got my sword, my helmet. Got my bow and some other stuff I like. So this stuff is mostly jump boost for me. So I can make me jump really high. But yeah, so basically my netherite, you know, nothing too much. Got my helmet. Yeah, and all my emeralds. So that's like pretty much it, guys, from my Medieval Kingdom Erinikos. Like and follow for more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.